My Rattler cider drinks bottle matches my socks today. Green. Good morning, welcome back to another video. It's the hottest day of the year today, 30 odd degrees. So me and Jake did the sensible thing of waiting late for the sun to get real hot before we went out training. Yeah. I'm also having to train in my skin suit today because I forgot to wash my kit. Alright, I'm gonna use my phone for a bit of filming on the bike today. We got Jake here. We're gonna do a split session today. So this evening I'm just gonna do the classic standard chain gang loop with the rest of the guys, but then this morning we're just gonna do a bit of a shorter ride, but a bit more intense, like with some sprints and stuff. And like even though we're only doing short sprints or maximal efforts, that heat really does get to you. Like, I mean, it's so hot, even the tarmac on the corners at junctions and stuff is starting to melt, so you have to be so careful when you're going around those corners. What do you reckon, mate? How are the legs today?
Yeah, all good, mate.
After the reservoir?
Yeah, a couple tough, like, hilly days at the res.
Do you reckon that was your hardest 2 consecutive days on a bike, or?
No, I'd say 7th and 8th stage, the RAS was pretty hard.
How much do you think the heat played a part?
Like everyone's in the same boat, aren't they? But
what made the race so hard? Like, what were the big things that affected how the race panned out?
I'd say it was mainly the wind over the top of the climb, the main climb on the second day on the 3 laps of the main circuit.
Yeah.
If you weren't in one of those front moves, like front echelons,
yeah,
it's just so hard in the wheel.
Yeah,
like,
in the gutter.
So it's all about positioning, just being in a good spot and like at the bottom of the climb, which we tried to be, but and the boys start riding and you're just trying to hold the wheels and close gaps, and you've got guys dropping off, so
yeah,
it's always falling out the back. Like no one was really attacking.
Yeah.
Managed to get over the climb in an alright position, and then got onto the last finishing circuits, finished in an alright group. So
and it seemed like a bit of a war of attrition with it being quite a long stage as well.
Yeah, it's a long old race. Obviously got first day in the legs.
So overall, obviously it was a hard weekend, and I mean you finished, which is more than what can be said for me. But were you happy with how you rode?
Yeah, I mean for me it's obviously a real hilly course, which doesn't suit me. But I was happy with how I felt, and hopefully going in this week. Yeah. At a part of the course.
Oh, actually, I haven't told the viewers where we're going yet, so we can't say that yet. Jersey's officially been unzipped. Mate, I'm going to complain a little bit here. It's so hard going from like just training in 15, 16 degrees temperatures suddenly to like within 2 days it's 30 odd degrees. It's just so hard for the body to adapt. But yeah, done about an hour and 40, just over an hour and a half. It hasn't really been that easy to film today because, like I said, this morning's session has been a real intense session. We've just been doing some sprints, practicing our lead outs and stuff. So yeah, productive morning, felt pretty good. Got a few jobs I need to do now when I go home. One of them being get the power meter back on the bike. Then before we know it, it's going to be time for session number 2. Also, please just bear with me with this camera situation. My new camera arrives tomorrow. Then it should all be fixed. So it's a number of hours later now since we got back from that ride this morning. We went to the bike shop and got them to put the other bottom bracket in so I could put the Quark back on the bike, get the power meter back on the bike. And when I came home, I went out and just tested it, and I realised there was a problem of the chain not being completely aligned onto the 53 tooth, like it was jumping off. It just wasn't sitting right. Played around with it for a little bit, couldn't really see what the problem was. I just took both the chain rings off, put them back on, made sure they were straight, and it seems to have done the problem. So there must have just been, I don't know, a little kink in the chainring or something when I was putting the bolts on the original time. But yeah, seems to be sorted now. We are officially back on power. Now I'm back on power. I'm probably not going to win any more races. Just a quick test ride to make sure everything's working, to make sure the power's working. And shift from the small ring into the big ring, then back into the small ring. Sorted. Do you mind? I'm trying to train. I'm trying to train. Every now and again I keep getting a whiff of the melting tarmac. It's a bit grim, and intoxicating those fumes probably isn't the best thing to do whilst we're riding. I guess we've not really got a choice though. Just heading out now for ride number 2 of the day, rolling out to the chain gang. It's like a 40-minute ride out. It's actually quite a long ride by the time I do the chainy ride home. It's like a 2.5-hour session, so yeah, decent workout. And as quick as that, the chain gang's done. It's always fun just doing a 1-hour session, just full gas, trying to rip the legs off everyone, finishing up with a sprint. Right, it's nothing. Hey, it's good fun. It's good fun to do on a summer's evening. But we're just cruising home now. I think we're both starting to feel a little bit tired. That's like coming to the end now of a double day. Done about 4.5 hours. Well, by the time we get home, we'll have done about 4.5 hours. This is what I love about double days, especially going and doing a chain gang, because you get a whole lot of miles in a whole lot of time, and it really doesn't feel like you've done that amount of intensity. Yeah, first night back out on the power meter. I now know how hard we went, my training stress score, all of the data that I've been missing over the past month. But yeah, anyway, Jake's left me. He's over there. Someone is still clearly feeling a little bit fresh.